The Bengals announced their team captains for 2022. Mike Petraglia outside Paycor Stadium. We're here on Monday afternoon, Labor Day afternoon. The Bengals got back to work, getting ready for the Pittsburgh Steelers this Sunday in the 2022 season opener for the defending AFC champions. The Bengals announcing 3 captains on offense, 3 on defense, and 1 on special teams. Zach Taylor making the announcement at the end of his press conference, joking with the Bengals PR staff whether or not he had the permission to do so, and someone from the back of the room representing the Bengals PR staff said, well, you'll beat our social media, but that's okay. And finally, Taylor made the announcement on Monday. The 3 captains on offense, no surprise, Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon, but Ted Karras was announced as one of the 3 captains. Of course, the starting center for these 2022 Bengals. On defense, again, really no surprises. Von Bell, Sam Hubbard, and DJ Reader, replacing Jesse Bates from last year. And on special teams, safety, Michael Thomas, a big factor on the special teams unit of Darren Simmons. So those are your 7 captains for 2022. Heading into the season, it is very traditional for NFL teams to announce their starting, or rather their captains for the upcoming season on the Monday before the season opener. Zach Taylor wasn't asked about many captains in particular, but one he did single out when asked about, and that was Ted Karras. Of course, he was a captain with the Miami Dolphins for 1 season, and he played for several years with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, winning a couple of Super Bowl rings in 2016 and 2018. So Ted Karras brings obviously a lot of experience, but it's what he did on and off the field that really impressed Zach Taylor here in his time with New England so far. Karras, that is. Karras really acclimating, showing his leadership, talking to players young and old, and really fitting in with everything these Bengals are about as they try to get back to the Super Bowl. Some of the news of the day here on Monday afternoon. T. Higgins, after taking time off for a personal matter, very close personal matter last week, he was back at practice here on Monday, fully participating. Devin Asiasi, speaking of the Patriots, the tight end that was released by New England last week and picked up by the Bengals. He was in uniform for the warm-ups, but not in uniform as the Bengals began their individual and team-oriented skills. So Devin Asiasi is being taken along slowly. Zach Taylor said here on Monday that they want to make sure he picks up the playbook, picks up all of the things that a tight end in the Bengals offensive system needs to do before they throw him out there and get him some reps in practice. Asiasi, of course, is a tight end out of UCLA, drafted in the 3rd round in 2020, and he was primarily used as an inline blocker for the Patriots. He can catch the ball, but catching the ball isn't his primary job usually in an offense. He is a big tight end, and he could certainly provide some size in blocking formations if he is active and the Bengals choose to deploy him in that fashion. Otherwise, it was a pretty uneventful practice for the Bengals as they try and gear up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. First time ever that the Bengals will be opening against the Steelers in a season opener situation. Mike Hilton and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd all spoke in the locker room after practice on Monday. Mike Hilton said for Jamar Chase, he expects more from him than ever before and expects some really big things after a great rookie year. He says he's made adjustments in the way he runs his routes, uses his size and speed. So certainly that's something to take care of, to keep an eye on. And as far as Tyler Boyd is concerned, he said he has gotten requests again, as he is a Pittsburgh native, for tickets to this season opener. He's got 13 requests in so far. All 3 of them, Tyler Boyd, Mike Hilton, and T. Higgins, all said they expect a very intense and well-prepared Pittsburgh Steelers team coming into the season opener after the Bengals blew them out both in Pittsburgh and obviously the big blowout victory here in Cincinnati later in the season as the Bengals made their way to the AFC North title and eventually the AFC Championship. Well, outside Paycor Stadium, I'm Mike Petraglia. Be sure to follow all our coverage on the Jungle Roar podcast on this YouTube channel. all season long. Click on the link below. We want to hear all your comments, good, bad, and indifferent. Follow me on Twitter at Trags, Trags, and of course our coverage on clnsmedia.com. Outside Paycor Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.